Hi. How is everyone? Hey, Grinch and BJ and Kareem and everybody and Curlin. Y'all just chilling? I love you too, Mark. Hey, Blackface. Okay, so we only got about 25 people in here. That's okay, because I know these are early, and most people are still at work. I decided I was going to start just driving at night instead of the morning. Because the morning, I don't know. It's like it's dead, and I don't know why. Hey, Malika. You know my dirty ass had to go get some strawberries. I got some meat thawing, but it's thawing. Just can't cook it. I was gonna cook this Indian dish that's like um not they street food, but sort of they fast food. It's called they call them gyro. They call them gyro botis because they're gyros with a lot of onions on them, but it's not gyro meat necessarily. It's more like their curry beef, lamb, or chicken, and then they just wrap it in like paratha bread, which is their version of like tortillas, like fry bread. So I'm gonna make a version of that with some barbecue beef, like barbecue pulled pork. It's gonna be barbecue beef though. It's gonna be good too. It's good. I haven't made one of those in a very long time. You got a lot of Paki friends. I have mastered their curries, the naharis, the tandoor, the tikkas. I can make biryani like an old Pakistani. You would love my biryani. My favorite is lamb biryani, but chicken is less expensive and more accessible. So I used to like it so much. I was like, let me learn how to make this. Walaikum salam, DJ Obsession. Now the flatbreads, I've never necessarily experimented with. I've made a keto version of their bread. It's not the same. So I might make a regular version of their bread just to see if I can make it. I know I can. No, none is not hard. Hey, Courtney, are you new? I don't think I've seen your name before. Hey, Artisan and crew, how are you? So I'm gonna go ahead. You don't let no woman in your kitchen. What they can't cook? Strawberries, Artisan. They're becoming infamous because it's my snack of choice, but you know, you've been cooking since you were 6, but you don't trust that the ladies know how? Or you a backseat cooker? Are you a backseat cooker? What you putting that in there? The season don't go in until after that done cook. Now, is you one of them? Artisan says, why did the strawberry cry? I don't know. Why did the strawberry cry? Yeah, these ladies nowadays, they can't cook. You know, I know I raised my little sister. I made sure that she knew how to cook. She called herself bypassing the master. I'm like, no, you don't. So you got, oh, so you're a food snob. You're a food snob. You'll be You'll be watching me like a hawk in the kitchen because her mom was in a jam. Okay, artist. I always thought about going to culinary school, but being Muslim, I have food restriction. And you know, if they want you to cook, learn how to cook your best pork chop, I ain't gonna cook that. And I'm not gonna eat it. So how's it gonna get done? That's what I was always worried about. What am I gonna do with my food and meat restriction? Because even if they put beef in front of me, if it's not zabiha, I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna touch it. Now I can't say I make everything from scratch, but I know how to make things from scratch. Because you can't find everything you want in the store. I have never made a bean pie. I had a recipe, but I never made a bean pie. I just let the nation sisters do it, and then I go buy one. Now I wouldn't make one because the carb and sweet issue. But I learned how to bake. So my cookies and cakes are fit to be sold. I could have been a bakery. In fact, I did sell them at one point. I was making banana nut bread in loaves. I my cookies are to die for. My cookies are to die for. And I've memorized the recipe and the variants of that recipe, so I could throw you together a batch of cookies, make you cry. Um, Cakes from scratch, so much better than a box cake. I don't even respect box cakes. You do a box cake when you real in a rush and you don't care. I had to work at my pie crusts to make them nice and buttery and flaky. The key is how cold that butter and that water is. If it's not if it's not near freezing, your pie crust might be lame. That ice water has to be ice water. And that butter needs to be right out of the refrigerator. No softening or any of that. Just use the pastry cutter and cut it right in. And if it's not going to be like that, you're looking at a pie crust with too much pull, not enough flake. Yeah, it's a fail if it's not cold. Um, so I did learn to make, my own pie fillings. I don't buy pie fillings. Whenever I wanted to make a sweet potato pie, you boil sweet potato. You want to make peach cobbler, no more canned peaches. Go and get fresh peaches, and then you caramelize them and make a compote out of them. And then you put it in. Y'all gonna give me, because I ain't had a peach cobbler in probably about 2 years or so. I haven't cooked any. I didn't, this past holiday, I didn't cook. It's nobody to cook for. What you talking about? But you talking about baking a turkey to find the key is to butter them. And I like to put rosemary and stuff on my turkeys. And that cornbread dressing. Cornbread dressing. The key to cornbread dressing is sage. You can play around with the amount of sage you put in it if you want to, but if you don't put enough, it ain't gonna taste good. That's all I season my cornbread dressing with. You make you the best cornbread. No funny stuff. Make you some good cornbread. Make sure it's got a little sweetness to it, but not where you can taste the sugar. Celery, onions, bell peppers. Take the juice from the giblets. If you're not putting your whole, the turkey giblets, sometimes I make chicken dressing. So you boil a chicken and you get that water. That's your broth, because I don't buy broth. Make the broth. And you pour that broth in there a little at a time until it get the consistency. It should be not super wet, but not crumbly dry. It should almost be a mash, almost like oatmeal almost. And then you, if you need more broth than what the chicken or the turkey water that you, the broth that you made from boiling the giblets, if you need more quick fix, is to boil some water and put a bouillon cube in it. Boil some water, put a little butter and a little bouillon cube in there to give it the flavor, and then pour it in there if you need more water. But usually you shouldn't. And you mix it in there, some salt, pepper, sage. That's all I put in. Salt, pepper, sage. Salt it. Not too much pepper. Salt, pepper, sage, and put it in there and keep tasting it. Keep tasting it until it tastes like you want it to taste. Make sure it ain't too wet. And then you can cover it to bake, but the cornbread is cooked. It's all done. It just need to dry out. So what I do is I put it kind of low and put the pan in the oven. And what you want is for it to dry out sufficiently, but not until it's super dry. And I do it until the top is a crust. But when you put the spoon into it, it shouldn't be mashy. It should be, what's a good way to describe that consistency? Bready almost. What is this? And didn't I put you on mute? Anyway. Your eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Keep you silly. Yeah. I made sure my sister daughter, she my sister daughter. I made sure she knew how to cook. Then you make that dressing, set that turkey to the side. Because I don't put the dressing with the turkey. I make like a potato and vegetable, kind of surround the turkey with that and let the turkey juice kind of cook that. Cranberry sauces from scratch, Mark. Get you some cranberries and boil them, steam them until they start breaking. They start breaking. Or sometimes I won't boil them. I'll just put them in a pan with a little bit of water. Almost you sauteing them. And then I put a little sugar in them. Might put a little pineapple in them until they make a compote out of itself. A little water. Cranberries already tangy, so I don't bother putting lemon juice in them. I don't use nothing. Well, I like my salon, Charles. How are you, sweetheart? I don't use. I don't even know what Knox is. What is Knox? I just make the cranberry sauce. It makes its own sauce. If you heat them and cook them until they burst. But you know that already. Am I done talking about food, y'all? Y'all don't want to hear me talk about no food. Because I ain't cooked none of that type of food in a long time. But the knowledge is here. No, I don't bother. Oh yeah, Nox is gelatin. I don't bother with that. I don't need it to be jellied. I don't need it to be jellied. And then don't get me started on greens, because I don't boil greens. I saute greens. I saute greens. Don't boil greens no more. Boil all the nutrition out of them. I don't know, that's what the old folks say. Boil all the vitamins out of it. My sister's one of those people, Mark. I want it jellied. I'm like, how you gonna choose a canned cranberry sauce over this delicioso cranberry sauce I just made that everybody like? Cause I don't like the little bits of whole cranberry in there. I'm like, girl, you weird. Weirdo. You're a weirdo. Okay. I'll keep going with the food porn. I'm not here to talk about the food porn now. Y'all want me to do a video about food and how these wenches can cook and give them some recipes so they can cook something for y'all? Yeah, boil them and cook them till they dead. I like my greens to be of that vibrant green, just like folk boil broccoli. Who do that? Where they do that at? If y'all don't start steaming that stuff, you better steam that stuff. Need to do a broadcast about food. I might. Cause these wenches can't cook, y'all. Can't cook. I know you brothers are suffering. You got to learn how to do it on your own. Your granddaddy didn't learn how to. Your granddaddy ain't never set foot in the kitchen. He don't know what cast iron pans is. Till she threatened to hit him with it. But y'all gotta learn how to cook. You better, or you ain't gonna eat. Granny, you ain't just can't cook. Dirty ass wench. How the fuck is you eating? I just go to McDonald's. That's why you fat as hell. Should do a show on that. And one reason why y'all fat as hell. Because you won't cook nothing. I'm only gonna go to Burger King, fat ass. They got them two for however fuck much Whoppers cost. I don't know how much they cost. Hey, Ruminant. And just give me a large shake, fat ass. It was either the beat that I just had playing today, or if it was that low kind of mellow beat. I be getting all that music right off YouTube. If you go to the Creator Studio, and look through the little music catalog, I think it's called Soul or something like that. That's that music. That's the only place I be getting the music from. You know, you can be special. I just have an ear, so I just ply through them until I find something that sound good. Because a lot of that YouTube music is trash. Hey, BGS. How you doing, beloved? I like your response to Allie Emmett. I don't know who she is. She has some decent little points or points that could have been decent. I think she might have been missing the accountability aspect though. Women do what you want. It was almost like she was saying women don't do what they want, or they're doing what's being brainwashed to them. But that's part of the problem. I think she just got it backwards. Yeah, they are doing what's brainwashed, but what's brainwashed is the feminism stuff, not the traditional stuff. We're not being brainwashed to do the traditional stuff, because if we were doing the traditional stuff, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have that problem if we was doing traditional stuff. Which brings me to the point of this stream. You're a single mother because you want to be. Now, a lot of women, not people, women, would argue against that. Nah, I'm a single mama because these deadbeat ass, dusty ass, dominated ass niggas left me with these kids. And that's why I'm a single mom. But I don't really rock with that, because especially if you are the kind of woman who has about 5 or 6, hey Rhoda, if you have about 5 or 6 children, thank you, Ruminant. Oh, I need to do this. So thank you, Mark. Very much appreciated. So if you have about 5 or 6 children, most likely by several men, this is not a mistake. And I'm tired of the narrative of victimhood. Well, these men ain't shit, and they just saddling me with these kids. I don't think so. I don't think so. This is something that you are doing on your own, and it is by choice. The only women who are single mothers, not because they wanted to be, excuse me, are women who had their children in wedlock, and they either were divorced or widowed, or she's got one kid from a failed relationship and she did not repeat that. She had her one kid, and if she had any more children, they were within wedlock. Okay? So there is but a small exception to the single mothers who became single mothers not of their own volition. But for the vast majority of you, you became single mothers because it was easy for you to do that, and you're being supported into doing that. And you're being supported by the system that you have married yourself to. So you are having children in a sort of wedlock. It's just a backwards ass, fucked up ass wedlock that is being pulled out from under your feet as of right now. Because Zaddy has decided that you are no longer worthy. And he don't want to deal with you anymore. You have run your course and ran your mouth. And you've acted a fool. And you had them damn babies and you had too many of them. And Zaddy tired of your ass, man. Time for a new bitch. Tired, sick of you. Tired of you. Mm-hmm. And I'm sick of the narrative that this was all out of your control. When the fact of the matter is, you have been long incentivized to do all of this. Section 8 vouchers were given first to single mother-led households in the Black community. Anybody could sign up for Section 8. But if you weren't a single parent, specifically a mother with children, you were not going to be put to the front of that waiting list when the waiting list did open. Only if you were a single mom, things of that nature, you were considered an emergency, and they had to house you first. So you had the kids in order to get these benefits that society incentivizes you with. Okay, I can't get Section 8. I wouldn't like Section 8. I would love to have Section 8. The way this rent is going through the roof, but these wages is staying the same. Over the last 5 or 10 years, they ain't changed no wages. But that rent study shooting, skyrocketing, and these are just your base bills. These not even no extracurricular money. This is your basic stuff. I would love Section 8 right about now because I can live where I wanted to in the city, and I wouldn't have to worry, even if you just subsidize my rent to pay a third of the income. You see what I'm saying? A third of the market value. Okay. You can't get food stamps, not really, without being a single mother. I can sign up for food stamps. I can fill the paperwork out, but I ain't gonna get nothing. If they do give me something and I work, so I should actually be the one that they give to first, really, because I'm not intending on laying on the system. But I would like some food stamps. But I can't actually go get no food stamps. I can, like I said, I can sign up. The website is open to anybody. You can sign it. You can go on there and put your name in the hat. You sure can. You ain't gonna get shit. If they do give me something, it'll be probably less than $100. I don't know who eat less than $100 in a whole 30-day period. I don't give a fuck if you eat like a bird. Bird food costs you more than that. You see what I'm saying? Yes, BGS, you're exactly right. Black children are the biggest hustle. It's a womb hustle. It's a womb hustle. You gotta hustle them out. Because this is how you get incentivized. This is how, Zaddy has, made you feel comfortable to do this shit. Now, you would have been okay doing this had you not simultaneously threw your man under the bus, had you used that Section 8 voucher to actually take the load off of him and then y'all stack money and do something else with it after a while, after a few years, you can get off of that and y'all can go wherever y'all was going to go or buy a home or start a business or whatever his plans were. You could have used that, baby. We're going to be on this Section 8 for the next 5 to 10 years. All the rent that I don't pay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like I do pay it. And I'm going to set that money aside. The money that they would have got for rent, I'm going to set it aside. And after X amount of time, we'll have enough money to do such and such thing. And that's what we're going to do. Let's try to keep the number of kids we have down to maybe 2 or 3. That way I'd be able to afford to, do this plan we got. And then once we're done with that, we can get off this Section 8 voucher, just let somebody else get it, and we can move on and do whatever. But you didn't want to do that. That sounded like too much like right. You was glad that the state and all of that said you can't have no man in the house, and and all that good shit. Or get your motherfucking ass out. Because they ain't going to give me these benefits with your ass sitting there. Or you put them out when you get ready. Anytime he, make you mad. Well, I don't need your motherfucking ass. So this is why I speak on feminism the way that I do. Because it was the introduction of feminism, which was a nice window dressing for the repackaging of active white supremacy. And when I say active white supremacy, I mean not the institutionalized form of it, but the form that actually actively fucks you over in your day-to-day life, not passively. So feminism was just simply a repackaged form of white supremacy. That's all it is. And it was instrumental in destroying the Black community. It is now attempting to destroy the white community, but they're gonna try to mitigate that as much as they can, because it was meant for us. It was meant for our destruction. It was not meant for them. But they women kind of done took it and ran with it too a little bit. This is why you have white MGTOWs and stuff like that. And men's rights groups and it's white men leading those groups, because they women done acted a fool. They acted a fool now with that. They think they high on the hog with that. And so feminism encompassed sexual liberation, which broke the social contract between men and women. It broke it. And BGS actually covered that to a certain extent in the last video that he made. The social contract was broken. Thank you, Kweku. It was a broken thing. And you fell for it. Oh, I can screw and see. It is not a mistake or coinky dink that along with the sexual liberation movement came the many different forms of birth control that were introduced and given freely over to women via things like Planned Parenthood, which is a eugenics program. Y'all don't want me to get into that. It's a eugenics program. They're practicing epigenetics. Look it up. Population control. Mm-hmm. And what do you think that they are doing with those very brand new cells from all of the nice little melanated babies that you kill? Can we say stem cell research? Yes. But y'all don't think that far because you think Zaddy has your best interest at heart, so you don't think that he would be doing anything nefarious behind your back. Mm-hmm. Don't think he'd be doing that. Vintage Red Rose says it's like how the slut walks go hand in hand with feminism. Yeah, slut walks go hand in hand with feminism because that's part of sexual liberation, that women can approach the sexual and dating market like men do, and we can't because we are simply not designed. Hundreds of thousands of years of evolution have not designed us to do that. Title IX and Title X came in together, education and Planned Parenthood, of course. Of course. Because you would need to be indoctrinated also. You would need to be indoctrinated, and who better to indoctrinate you than white women, the pinnacle of all womanhood that you look up to, that you admire, that you wish to be. There's a Planned Parenthood on just about every corner like a liquor store. And you think they actually want to help you plan your parenthood. Oh, they want to help you plan it all right. You know, you're going to be helped to plan it. Because what they don't tell you is that using abortion like a birth control ruins your womb. Also, when Black women have issues with their womb, fibroids, fibromyalgia, any type of fibrosis, cystic fibrosis, anything going on with her womb that might not be the healthiest, they don't treat Black women for that. You know what the number one treatment for Black women when we have an issue with our wombs? Press 1 if you want to know what the number one treatment for Black women is when we have issues with our wombs. Press 1 if you want to know. The number one treatment for women, for Black women, when we have an issue with our wombs, is a hysterectomy. Take the entire womb from her. Just take it. Don't work with her. Don't work with her hormones. Don't work with anything. Don't give her any hormonal treatment or any surgery if need be. Don't help her with her diet. Don't help her to find the source or explain the condition to her so that she would be able to sort of self-treat and help maintain her own womb health. Just take it. Do you think that they're throwing those wombs away? Or do you think they're using them? because they're coming out with artificial wombs. What do you think how do you think they studied how the womb works? I mean, they've studied it before, but in order to try to artificially recreate it, you really got to study it. And what happens with a lot of Black women who have these issues with their womb, and I'm not going to get into the whole medical thing, but all of it ties together in some way, shape, or form. They take not only her uterus, but they will take her ovaries with all those nice eggs that either can't be used or wouldn't be used anyway. What do you think they're doing with that stuff? And why Black women? Because we are the original woman, just like Black men are the original men. All that nice melanin, all those, our genes are not recessive, they're strong. Yes, they still use the Henrietta Lacks. Yes, for the healer. They don't die. They don't die. It's from a Black woman. And this is also why I get angry with Black women, because Gila, the cells from her womb do not die. How dare you, Black women, not understand your power as women and not cherish the power that has been given to you. You all willy-nilly with it. You don't care about it. You don't even know about it. You don't even recognize it for what it is. You want to dig. Men got that covered. We got enough dicks, okay? Men have got that covered. We need you to understand the power of your womb and to value it and to treat it accordingly. But you do anything Zaddy tell you to do. You do anything he tell you to do. Even go study going up in your womb with them little instruments, tearing it up, just tearing your womb up, sucking them babies out of there, tear your womb all the way up. And you wonder why your period real heavy. All of a sudden it hurt real bad when you had your period. And then when you go to the doctor to see about why you bleed 10, 11, 12 days like a stuck hog and you can't stop and it hurt, first thing he tell you, he got to take your womb out of there. It's out of there. It ain't going to be no fixing it. He can't put an IUD in there because there's a lot of hormonal IUDs that actually would treat the heavy flow. They don't even give you that. They tell you take it out. And you know what they do? They take your ovaries. Your ovaries is what produce the hormones of estrogen. Now you manly. Now you really masculine. It's not an act now. Because your production of estrogen just plummeted down to nearly nothing. The hormone that keeps you feminine. I think that's a mistake. Because removing our ovaries, removing the ovaries of a woman is like removing the testes from a man. Whereas testosterone is made. You make a man a eunuch. You take a woman's ovaries, you take her womanhood. You take her womanhood. It's like, it is exactly like castrating a male. And the fact that, and how he would feel when his whole manhood gone. He don't feel like a man. He ain't producing testosterone like one. It affect his thinking. It will affect his actions. This is why they treat men with testosterone sometimes. If he having some type of hormonal issue, or sometimes he having ED or whatever, they give him some testosterone to replace it. Because as men age, the production of their testosterone go down gradually. And, you know, it go down gradually and stuff like that. Sometimes it go down too much too young. And it affect how he operate. You won't operate as much like a man as he would if his testosterone level were higher. It's the same thing with a woman. Her estrogen level dropped too low, she's not going to act like a woman anymore. She's going to start acting like a dude. That emotional tie, she won't be able to have those. It becomes very difficult for her to behave as a female. And a lot of these ladies, believe it or not, guys, are walking around without their wombs. They don't have them. They don't have their wombs. Or their wombs are so messed up and their hormones so messed up so they can't function properly. Yeah, a lot of soy products is not good for men's testosterone levels. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Mark Black. And I'm going to get back to the single mother thing, but this is a lot. It ties into so much. I'm glad that you mentioned it. What is the prison system full of? White men or black men for the majority? Hey, Craig. Lions, leave me alone. Black men. What's the base of the food that is given to prisoners? What do they give them to eat? Hey, Warrior Prince. Soy. Mostly soy products. Soy is cheap. It is cheaply made, cheaply manufactured, cheaply produced, cheaply distributed, and cheaply eaten. But what does soy do to men? Too much soy does what to his testosterone and his reproductive system. Is it a wonder because our men get institutionalized under that slavery in those privatized prisons? It's an institution because slavery is an institution. So you're institutionalized, not only mentally, physically. So these brothers who have to do long bids, anywhere over 10 years or more, they have ingested nothing but this mess that's supposed to be edible. Even the stuff that come out the commissary, what is that? Mess, more mess. And they come out, not only is their minds altered, because he's been institutionalized. He's had to survive in a system, in a place where he was confined with other men. And, you know, he had to protect his ass too. You have to protect that. You know, you can't let a motherfucker just put a piece of candy on your bump. You got to fight about that. Who fuck with this little piece of candy in my bunk? I ain't none of your bitch. Who put that over there? We gotta fight. Cause I gotta prove I ain't your bitch. He had to do things that would solidify him as a person not to be fucked with while he's in there. So when he gets out, there's certain habits, he has certain triggers, he's experienced certain traumas. He has experienced trauma in there. Probably more than he would have experienced on the street. And they take our young boys, they try them as adults, and they give them adult sentences for menial crimes. This was a few years ago. There was a YouTube video. This young boy was about 16, and this was his first offense. I might try to find it. This is his first offense. He had helped rob, I think, a gas station, little convenience store, something. And that judge gave that boy like life in prison. He gave that boy. Get that boy life in prison. First time offense. Nobody was killed. Nobody was killed or anything. And that boy broke down. And the whole court kind of went into an uproar like, how? They couldn't understand how. I don't know. I'm assuming that they appealed it. I don't know the update of that story. But this is what they do to our young boys, our young men. Not to mention, and I'm getting so off topic, but it is and it ain't. Not to mention the school to prison pipeline. Lions, no, we won't. The school to prison pipeline. The schools are prisons. I think it's a mistake. Then in the urban cities like like Chicago, New York, etc. There's a heavy police presence around our high schools. Just the black ones, not the white ones. And I ride all over this city every day. It's not the white ones. It is only the black ones, only the black schools. I shit you not. Have a heavy police presence. And I have gone into those schools. When my little brother was going to high school, there was a metal detector, several police officers, and you were getting patted down and wanded as you went through those metal detectors. It was the same thing as if you were going into the Daily Center downtown where they, or the airport or a prison. And it reminded you of prison because there were police officers that were doing it. And this is where we send our children. And our boys are always the number one suspect for anything, whether they're guilty or not. Mark Black, exactly. I don't remember the last time a young black boy shot up a whole school. I don't remember the last time. For all the ways they say we so violent and we so much criminals and we ain't shit and black boys is thugs and this, that, and the third, and they in the gang. And I don't remember the last time a black boy shot up a school. But every time one of these white boys, little crazy ass Columbine ass white boys do it, they take them alive. They be gentle with them. This boy done killed 20 whole people and injured 15 more. And you could take him alive, but Tamir Rice couldn't live. Playing with a toy gun. Alton Sterling couldn't live. Philando Castile couldn't live. Sandra Bland couldn't live. No life for you. Because we fear for our lives. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll more so fight at the school. We don't need police intervention for that. First, we'll break that up. Yeah, black men and black people are always a collective. And this is what black women have failed to understand. That Zaddy sees you as the nigga you are, the nigga wench that you are. He don't see you no other way. He tell you he see you another way, but he don't. And you'll learn it by and by because he gonna snatch that rug out from under your feet. And all them little sweet nothings he been whispering in your ear, that's gonna stop. He been whispering sweet nothings in your ear for the past 60 years, and you've been eating it up like candy. This the same Zaddy that you fed your boys and men to, like I said, like a wood chipper, and watch them be killed with impunity and be thrown back into a prison system that is the closest approximation of antebellum slavery since antebellum slavery. 13th Amendment did not abolish slavery, it simply restructured it. But none of you bitches read, and neither do you watch any documentaries, anything that might possibly educate you. If it ain't love and hip hop or some dumbass, goofy ass shit like that, you ain't watching. You can tell me everything Cardi B has done in the last 6 months, but you can't tell me shit about your son's last night homework. What was the last worksheet your son had last week? And did you help him with his homework, or did you do your homework? Yeah, he ain't did shit and you ain't checked it. Which is some sad shit, because my mama was a ratchet and even she went through our book bag. What is this? Is this an undone paper? And when was this due? What you mean you don't know? Did you do your motherfucking homework? It better be done. Oh, what you gonna do? Eat them, fat bitch? What you gonna do? The teacher don't even know how your big black fat ass looking like a tar covered grimace, coming up to the motherfucking school. And yes, ma'am, I'm Demetrius' mama. Really? I ain't seen you all year. Yeah. He told me that you was messing with him, girl. And you talking to that white lady, it's a white lady teaching them. You better best believe that shit. It is a white woman teaching them. She about 135 pounds. She do yoga every day, and she look better than you. Warrior Prince, Lions is a low-key troll. So that's why I don't really, I just let Lions do his thing. She looking like everything you want to be, and she po trash in her neighborhood, in her little community. Don't know no white man really want her, but you think she is the golden calf. So you mad at her anyway because you 400 pounds and she 135 with her little yoga pants and shit. But she ain't got yoga pants on at the school. I hope not. But you know, she got a little hair, her little ponytail and shit like that. And you mad as fuck at her. Just off GP, just because you fat and she ain't. And you hold her to a higher standard than you hold yourself. Now you want her to explain why Demetrius and them is acting out in school. It's not her fault. Demetrius is acting out in school because his mama ain't shit and he ain't got no daddy. That's why he acting out of school. He mad. He frustrated with this bullshit. He ain't learning a goddamn thing. He don't see the point in none of this shit. He get home and uh and he can't talk to your stupid ass. You stupid as hell. You know, and all you do is cuss him out and call him all kind of stupid motherfuckers and shit like that. You ain't clean this motherfucker from your stupid ass. That kind of dumbass shit. And Demetrius don't like none of this shit. He just don't know how to express it. Outside of acting out in school, maybe he the class clown, or maybe, you know, he just kind of cut up a little bit. They want him to sit there for 8 hours and listen to her drone on about that old false ass, whitewashed ass history they be teaching about how everybody is an American. Get the fuck out of here. That is not what y'all think, and it's not what you do. And our boys, for the most part, inherently know it's some bullshit. And that's one reason why they be acting out at school, because they kind of know it's some bullshit in the game. They don't know, can't pinpoint that, but they know it's some bullshit somewhere. They know it's some bullshit somewhere. Because they don't want to listen to that shit. Because boys are harder to subvert than girls. Girls will sit there all day like this. Boys won't do it. So you send your kids over there, they getting indoctrinated. You indoctrinate your damn self with uh love and hip hop and basketball wives and all that. And now one of them bitches got nobody's goddamn wife. They jump offs and exes and hoes. Hey Donnell. That's all fuck they is. And you trying to pattern your life after Evelyn and Shawnee and all that shit. Come on. First of all, these is low class bitches. I don't give a fuck what kind of money they get. They just ratchets with money. Low class ass bitches. And you want to pattern your stupid ass life right after you ain't got money to first. At least these bitches was, if they're gonna run a hustle, if you're gonna run old fucked up ass hustle, which you got, and you want to use the baby as a come up, and I'm not condoning this, I'm just saying, then at least they had the good sense to go get a rich ass nigga and do the shit with. At least they have these kids by motherfucker they can actually get some money out of. You having kids, that motherfucker ain't got nothing. He ain't really got nothing like not like that. You know, he might have a little job and shit like that. He ain't got no money for all that shit. You too stupid to figure out that you supposed to get a high level man, but you ain't too stupid. You just ain't capable of getting the nigga. That's all that is. You will never be a 92, 100 octane, or have whatever number octane it takes to get a motherfucking baller, bitch. You was a 2 octane, bitch. They don't even. You was a 10% ethanol, bitch. You can't get no motherfucking man worth a damn. You not even octane at all. There is no the gas station ain't got no octane with your number on it. You ain't even so much as diesel, bitch. You ain't even kerosene, bitch. You is 10% ethanol. Shit they blend with the gas, bitch. You the shit they water gas down with. Girl, bye. You ain't shit. That's the bottom line. You ain't shit. And you project off onto the men. These niggas ain't shit. No. I mean, some of the niggas ain't shit. I mean, some of these niggas out here ain't shit. There's some ain't shit niggas out here now. You know, don't get it twisted. There's some ain't shit niggas out here. But this is some ain't shit bitches out here too. You just ain't shit. We the most educated. So why you need 5 kids to get, and you don't, this is how stupid you are. You can have 5, 6 kids. You got Section 8. You got food stamps. You get the health care come from the state. And bitch, you still ain't got no money. You ain't use none of this shit to your advantage, bitch. You still ain't got no motherfucking money. You ain't came up yet, bitch. You still broke, bitch. You don't even have the good sense to use the Section 8 to move to a better environment, bitch. You got the Section 8 and you still in the hood. Bitch, Section 8 work all over the city, you dumbass. Section 8 work all over the city. Take that Section 8 any realtor, bitch, any real estate company, bitch, except Section 8. The city's paying for that market ass rent. You ain't paying shit. They ain't got to work with your black stupid ass. The only reason they won't rent it out to you is because you got all them goddamn badass nappy head ass kids that you don't motherfucking feed. You don't pay no attention to. You don't raise them. You don't do shit. Because if I had Section 8, I would be living where the fuck I wanted to live. Find this motherfucking place. I'd be like, ooh, I want to live right there. And since I ain't got to pay no goddamn rent every month, I'll be using that money. I'll be saving that money. But you bitches y'all don't know how to manage no goddamn money. And you won't work and shit like that. You work that goddamn little CNA job. You'll go to Malcolm X College. Malcolm X College is one of the city colleges. And get that little 8-week course, bitch. It ain't even good enough to be called an associate's, bitch. And you will wipe asses at a little facility and think you really doing something. Bitch, you know the facility ain't shit because they looked at you and hired you. So you know you ain't really working with shit. That's part of it. But you study shitting out these goddamn babies. These niggas ain't helping me. You don't need no help. Remember? My girl Shiva was just in here last night on live stream saying about how one of the ladies she knew, that's what she said. I just want a baby. I don't need the man. That's what all y'all be talking about. You just want the baby, but you don't want the man. And so when you find a motherfucker that'll give you a baby and don't want shit to do with your ass, you or that goddamn naughty headed ass baby, then he wrong. And you know the baby naughty headed because you don't know nothing about rounding babies' heads off. You young bitches don't know shit about no goddamn kids. When you have your baby and they is newborns, you supposed to take their head, goddamn it. I'm gonna use this as an example. You supposed to take that baby head and you supposed to round that baby head. You supposed to just sit there while you're nursing the baby and should have just round their head off so they get a nice round head. But you got him laid down on his back all day. That's why he be flat-headed in the back. You bitches don't know nothing about rounding the baby head off. How many of y'all know about rounding the baby head off? Y'all don't know shit about that. Feeding little infants out of plastic bottles. Bitch, don't you know from 0 to 5 months you are supposed to feed that baby out of a glass bottle if he ain't breastfeeding? Because the glass bottle can be sterilized and the plastic bottle can't. You got a 2-month-old with a plastic Mickey Mouse bottle. Get the fuck out of here. You done had it since he was a week old. And you ain't boiled it or nothing, Jesus. You just gave it to him. I guess you rinsed it out and you just gave it to him. Just give it to him off the factory floor. It still got the little plastic dust on it and all that shit. But you were supposed to get Even Flow. We used to get Even Flow brand glass bottles. Take it out of the pack. Boil the bottles to sterilize them. Then, if you're not breastfeeding, sometimes if you is, because it is a such thing as pumping your milk, put it in them glass bottles. Do not feed the baby cold milk. Warm it. If you ain't got no milk warmer, the second best thing to get is you put the bottle in a cup, like a coffee mug or something, and you run real hot water over the milk bottle to warm the milk. Test it. You supposed to take the milk and squirt it on your skin, bitch. If it's too hot on your skin, the bitch is too hot for the goddamn baby. It's the perfect temperature. When you squirt it on, you don't feel nothing. Then it's body temperature. Then you feed the baby. And I ain't shitting no baby, and I know how to raise the goddamn baby. You bitches got 10 of them and don't know shit. Mark, you goddamn right you got to round your baby head off. You had them little flat head, naughty head ass babies. You be trying to figure out why you got that dipping in head. Because she didn't round it when it was soft. Your baby head be soft. You got the soft spot in there. Don't touch it, you stupid bitch. Because you see the pulse. That's his brain, bitch. The little soft spot ain't closed yet. This is because his skull can't be hard. Because if it was hard, it would break as he exits your vagina. So the skull has to be soft and malleable so that he can come through the birth canal and not die. You didn't know that, did you? That's why it's soft. The baby's skull is in two pieces. If you ever looked at a skull, there is a line that where the bones fuse eventually as the skull hardens. Okay? It fuses to become one hardened piece of his skull. That's why you don't shake babies, because they brains is in there and then soft ass skull. And it ain't, as the old folks say, it ain't set yet. Old folk knew what they were talking about. They may not have knew all the fancy terminology, but they knew what they were talking about. Old folk knew what they were talking about. I'm trying to help you. Y'all don't want to listen to me. You a mammy. You a pick me. I'm trying to help you with all these goddamn kids you got that you don't know how to raise. And feeding them top ramen, Maruchan, shrimp flavored noodles is not raising them, dumb bitch. And sitting them in front of the TV so they can get indoctrinated and into the LGBT and how to be a trans and accept everybody in the rainbow, all that old stupid ass shit. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. You need somebody to guide you. God damn it. And then you get the religious ratchet. All I need is Jesus. You ain't listening to him either. List me 5 things Jesus said. All I need is the Lord. You don't listen to him neither. He can go when the wagon come too. Cause soon as you need some dick, you don't care what the Lord said. The Lord said, close your goddamn legs. But you got 6 kids and 5 baby daddies, bitch. We don't want to talk about what the Lord saith, bitch. Thank you, Jean Dessalines. I hope I pronounced that right. You want to know what saith the Lord? Keep your motherfucking legs closed. Jesus is down here right now. He slapped the fuck out your ass. And would be MGTOW, because I think he was MGTOW any damn way. He married one of you bitches. You don't want to see Jesus. Just want to go home to the Lord. What make you think that you could go home to the Lord? What, you ain't been rolling with the Lord? You have not. I don't see nowhere in your life you've been rolling with the Lord. No, lot of the Lord ain't condone none of this thing. He's not condoning this. This goddamn foolery. But you talking about white Jesus. But that ain't Jesus.
You want to be with the real Zaddy Jesus. That don't exist. Y'all still think Zaddy Jesus exists? That white ass man. Who was he? Which pope was he? The Borgias. He was Borgias. But I forgot the pope name he went by. But he was, what was his name? Rodrigo or something like Borgias, because he was Spaniard. That's who that Jesus is. A white man, you love him to death. You wish Jesus looked like that. You want to have him. The ultimate white man. Dumbass bitches. Still got a white Jesus in your church. Still got one in your car and all that shit. Talking about I'm saved and sanctified. Hallelujah. Bitch, please. You still got 6 kids and 5 baby daddies that you drag through the court system. Did the Lord sayeth to drag him through the court system? Is that another thing that the Lord saith? I want the chapter and verse, bitch. I want the chapter. And I want it out of the Gospels. I don't want, the letters from Paul to Ecclesiastes, bitch. I want it out the Gospel. With them little red letters that it said that's what Jesus said, I want you to point it out with the red letters, bitch. Point it out with the red letters. If you can't go to the King James Bible and point out these red letters where Jesus told you to drag these niggas through the court system, I'm gonna need you to stop. But you spiritual, but you ratchet at the same time. How is the knowledge of the Lord in you, but you ratchet? Because I don't care who believe and who don't, but when the knowledge of God is in you, you is a force, and it ain't no bullshitting behind it. When you understand who your creator is and the purpose by which you live, you don't be full of bullshit. I'm sick of y'all. Because you shit these babies out. And you don't care nothing about them. This is why I did the video, The Real Monsters. Because you abuse them. You let other people abuse them. You call them names. You psychologically shackle your children. You raise your girls with this feminist ass mindset that's not going to help them at all. And you raise the boys to be feminine. You the man of the house. You don't tell no 10-year-old boy that he the man of the house. I guess you want to fuck him too. Yeah, I said it. I went there. I guess when he get old enough and his little dick get hard, I guess you're going to fuck him. And some of you do. Yeah, I went there. I went all the way there. Because I've seen some bitches with some real interesting ass relationships with their son. It's like, okay, you treating that nigga like your nigga. Well, he sure is the man of the house. I wonder how. Because you ain't got another man in here, so what is you doing for dick? Is you making that boy fuck you? I bet you somebody is. I bet you it's a higher percentage of you doing that than it can ever be discovered or told. Because a boy ain't gonna tell it. Just out of shame, he ain't gonna tell it. Just out the shame he feel, he won't tell it. And then when he get out from under you, he hate women because of what his mama did to him. Hate women. He come out from under your house where you did nothing but psychologically traumatize him, and you may have sexually traumatized him too. Now all he know how to do is frustrated with women. Hold on, because there's a knock in my door. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. Where was I? Oh, how you want your son to be the man of the house and how you traumatize the hell out of him with that shit. Because you want him to take care of you. Don't let him show no athletic superiority. Don't let him show he can play basketball or he can play football. Don't let him show that. You will show up to every game and it'll be disguised. One would think that you just supporting him just because you want to support him because that's your son and he doing something he want to do and you know, and all that kind of stuff. But you're only supporting him with the end goal that he would take care of you with this shit. And you brainwash him. You know, when you make it, mama sure do need a house. I give a fuck what mama need. Mama should have got a man and bought her a house if she wanted a motherfucking house. You shouldn't have had a revolving door for a pussy, and then you'd have a house, wouldn't you? Just like that woman that got mad at her son because he chose a school. This is national television, and he's chose a school that he wanted to go to. And I think he was a basketball player. He was trying to be a basketball player, and he didn't go to the school she thought he was gonna pick. And she got up, embarrassed the fuck out that boy on national television, and just got up and walked off from there. All them games she went to, you thought she was just a loving, doting mother who was just supporting her son and supporting his dream. No, bitch, no. Not at all. Not at all. Hey, Sean. Embarrassed the hell out that boy. Emasculated him on TV. Because she was so used to emasculating him, it wasn't nothing to her. She was mad because she was trying to raise a simpling, and he found a nutsack and made his own choice. Not gonna do what you say this time. I'm gonna do what's right for me. These flightless bird bitches do not want you to have no mind of your own. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. They don't want the girls to have a mind of their own neither. Why you think me and the flightless bird that hatched me out don't have a good relationship? Because I didn't do what she wanted me to do. I didn't follow the flightless plan. The flightless plan of failure. I didn't follow that plan. I had the very audacity to get somewhere, and I looked at myself. I said, "Oh, I do kind of got some wings. They nice, fresh little wings too. These nice." Every time she come in the room, I have to tuck my wings down. Don't let that bitch see you got no wings. She gonna pluck. Cause she didn't want me to get married. But I flexed on that bitch that day, bitch. I got wings, bitch. I've been cultivating these bitches when you wasn't looking. With a Patti LaBelle on that bitch. Did the Patti LaBelle on that bitch, what? Oh my goodness. You were mad as hell. You just gonna do this anyway? Yes. Flightless. Flightless the poo. Yes. Thank you, hold my beer. What you doing trying to fly? Bitch, I know you ain't thought you was growing no goddamn feathers. Because she's sitting there like a bald chicken. Mad at me because she had the audacity to be hatched out a motherfucking Perry. I'm a motherfucking macaw, bitch. I got beautiful, feathers. Mad as hell. Let you hold some feathers. You want some macaw feathers, Black Onyx? I got some macaw feathers. All the feathers ain't for flight. Some of them is for display. Brainwash them boys. I'm gonna buy my mama a house. Boy, don't do that. You just got your rookie contract. Don't buy that bitch no motherfucking house. Don't even buy yourself a house right now. Don't get your mama out the hood. Do not do that shit. That bitch couldn't figure out how to get out the hood on her own. Now, if you had a good mama and your mama is with your daddy and they really did struggle to see you to your goal, I don't see it no problem to reach back and get your parents and have them be okay. But that ratchet ass bitch that fucked you over all your life, now she want a home, don't matter bitch no house. Don't buy that bitch motherfucking house. She don't deserve it. What she need a house for? Then she'll want all the little, that bitch would be so ungrateful for the house that she'll want all the property taxes paid on every year by you. She won't even so much as work and pay the property tax on the house you bought her. Don't buy that ratchet, crazy bitch nothing. Don't buy that bitch shit. Let the bitch eat beef flavored ramen noodles. I don't give a fuck. Like you had to do. It was her responsibility to take care of you. She didn't do it right. Fuck. I held you down. All them basketball meetings you wanted to go to. Nobody asked you to do that shit. You embarrassed the fuck out of me in front of the coach anyway. You trying to fuck the coach. And when he wouldn't fuck you, you get mad. You threatened to pull me out the basketball program. Girl. Charles Faulkner, is you still in here? Is you still in here, Officer Faulkner? Hey, CC Sanders. You in here? Okay, baby. So now, as a wrestling coach, do you get a lot of bitches that just bring their son over there just to hit on you? And just now, if it's not a lot, you can go ahead and prove me wrong. But I wanted to say that to you because I know that you coach. Do you get a lot of bitches that just come around just for you? Say yes, I know me. I am done with you. Because that is not what I asked you. Oh my goodness. You ain't nothing. You is just nothing. You just say anything to me, don't you? But I know they be coming, ooh, Mr. Fox. I don't know if they call you Charles. You let them call you Charles. You make their ass call you Mr. Fox. Shit. I know. I know you have. One fuck. They couldn't give a fuck what you taught that boy about no wrestling. She wants you to teach her about the goddamn wrestling. She don't want him to know nothing about what you teaching her. Okay, Mark. You was coaching basketball. Yeah. So you embarrassed the hell out of me with the coach. They can call you Charles, but Officer Faulkner if they mad. You ain't shit, Charles. Just I'm done. I'm so done. So he didn't want you there at the little meetings no way, because you study. You know, you trying to text the coach and shit. Bitch, what are you doing? What is you doing? If she wasn't trying to fuck one of your friends. These bitches is nasty. Let me tell y'all that. Y'all may not know just how deep that rabbit hole go. But it go deep. The rabbit hole go deep. You want it to be a single flightless bird with a bunch of goddamn hatchlings. That's what you want. That is what you want. And Zaddy promised you wings. See, Zaddy is like a eagle or something. He's like a falcon or some shit. He got wings. He a predatory bird. He got wings. He told you, baby, all you gotta do is send these hatchlings over to me, bitch. I'll have you some wings by the end of next year, bitch. I got some feathers manufactured for you, straight out of China, straight out of India, bitch. I got some feathers. I'm gonna give you these goddamn feathers. And that old flightless ass nigga you with, he'll never have these wings for you. Never. He'll never give you these wings. Okay. I said he gonna give me some wings. He ain't gave you shit. Gave you them little falsified ass wings. They don't help you fly at all. At all. I'm about done cooking you bitches. Because you can't overcook chicken. Else the meat will be dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. And I will talk to y'all later. Thank you. Bye.